This is what I want to talk about. Tommyinnit, another victim of hate. Stan culture, is getting harassed for wanting to distance himself from Dream Stans. Whew. Okay. Actually, remove the emote. Pepela. What? Yeah, I'm gonna go into fucking No Pixel in a little bit. And as far as No Pixel goes, this is so fucking cringe, man. Can't these guys get a life outside of someone's hate existence? Wait, what the fuck? Oh, they deleted it. Oh, what the fuck? They took down the entire thread? God damn, I was gonna fucking stun lock myself. I saw it earlier. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, okay? Fuck, I can't believe I missed out a chance to react. Fuck! Stands are all faithless. So, Tommyinnit fucking does like a stream where he like, I mean, this is like a kid, okay? First and foremost, that's number one. Two, I mean, his fans are kids too, but he's 17. He's like a literal child, okay? Literal child. And his stands and fans are also literal children too. And like the things that they're fucking ripping into him are like the shit that my Discord fucking rips into me for, okay? Actually, never mind. It's literally way worse than that. Some of the things my Discord rips on me for are straight up understandable, okay? Heated gaming moments, things like that. Endless stun locks, you know, shit like that. But this motherfucker doesn't even do anything. Like, he's a child. And I saw the thing that people were upset at him for. Okay, saved yourself there. Yeah, okay, I don't give a fuck. You know, I shit on Discord all goddamn day. I don't give a shit. There's a bunch of cringe shit that they get mad at me for. Like, literally turning a conversation about fucking my personal opinion on femboy outfits to like homophobia. I think that's what it is. What did Evil Shatter say? I'm fucking tired. I'm still up from all night DJ hours waiting for a damn PO unboxing. Have fun. Maybe see you in the DJ hours. I need to sleep. Love you a long time. Thank you for everything you do. Evil Shatner, I already opened the PO box. I did the PO box already. You missed it. I literally opened your package. I even wore the bald cap you sent me. And I wore the bald cap. She was in chat when you did it? Wait, why did she just write that she wasn't here? Oh no. Oh, you're gonna have to see it on the VOD. I know I was here, you shitbird. I was waiting for okay fuck buddy to be finished. Oh, okay. So as I was saying, so like the thing that people were mad about him for was like he literally makes another Minecrafter his, I guess, slave, okay? But he's not even like, it's not like slavery memes, all right? Which would be aggressive. Misgif's video has a thread? What the fuck? Regarding Tommyinnit. Wait, did he just do this? Tommyinnit canceled? Oh, okay, here's the thread. I'm just gonna use you know what? Fuck it, boys. Here's what we're doing. Are you ready for this? Whoop. Pause when Misgif says anything. Okay. There you go. So, Tommyinnit here is gonna a day where no one can defend you. Listen, a thread, right? Like, first of all, as soon as someone writes something with like this kind of severity, like there's gonna come a day when no one can defend you or whatever. You're like, uh-oh, here we go. Buckle the fuck in, boys. You know, shit's about to fucking pop off. All right. You will be 18 next year, and in most places, although teen in the end doesn't mean you become an adult, blah, 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 blah. For one, stands, we get it. You do the bit in almost all your videos. It's probably hard to not when all the adults you're constantly surrounding yourself with do the same. However, you have to take into consideration is why these stands you constantly poke fun at are so like disappointed in you or some shit. Okay. So he says, here's the video.
However, what you have to take into consideration is why.
Okay, it's not the fucking video. Play the video, Misgif!
Is that a police? That on my phone and just this homophobic.
Okay, I can't do this. All right. I wish the thread was still around. Fuck me. God damn it, Miskiv. You're worse than me with this. Holy shit. Okay. For one, stands, we get it. Da-da-da. Angry. These fans you call your friends joke that are trying to cancel them, but are actually minorities. People from several different communities, whether it be BIPOC or LGBTQ. Okay. So, number one, I got to describe something to people here. Okay. This is like baby's first social justice cause. I have to mention something here. Guys, like being BIPOC or LGBTQ or whatever the fuck you want to call it, like being from a marginalized background is not an automatic shield. Okay. You can't constantly be like, I am personally inconvenienced or disappointed in your actions. And you are like, you calling out stan culture is actually hurting the BIPOC members in your community. Am I misunderstanding what they're saying? Like, there is no, like, you can't just be like, I can't believe I stubbed my toe on a Lego. Legos are fucking transphobic. Okay. I, as a trans teenager, stubbed my toe on a Lego. Legos must be transphobic. Like, it doesn't work that way. Okay. It has to literally be directly related to the transgression that you are talking about. Okay. So that's one. Like, unless you're making a joke, which a lot of my LGBT or BIPOC, which is the more separated version of POC, for those of you who don't know, because there's boomers in here as well. Like, you know, they make jokes like that all the time. Wow, you're being racist. Like, you know, because you personally have inconvenienced me. Anyway, so angry, these fans your friends joke are that are trying to cancel them are actually minorities. Okay. It doesn't matter. It has to reference a specific grievance that is in regards to your background. Okay. Also, because I talked about this, I read this thread, and then after this thread, I was looking at like the trigger warnings and also like the other thing that Zoomers do. What are they called? I fucking tweeted about it. What the fuck are they called, chat? Like when you do like a /S or whatever, tone indicators, right? So I'm old. I'm 29. Okay. I'm 29 years old. I'm gonna be 30 in July. Okay. And the thing is, things change. Concepts change. Social justice changes. There's always progress. It's a constant. There's a constant momentum there, right? And I oftentimes will look at like Zoomers and the things that they focus on, or the ways that they want to, better one another's lives, right? And this is one of those things that I can't understand. The other one is like like neo pronouns, things like that. It's just literally I cannot fit it in my brain. Okay, I've tried. I cannot fit it in my brain. Or the multiple genders. Not like transphobically, I'm saying that. I'm saying like fucking winter gender, shit like that. Okay? Like there's stuff there that I just do not understand. I'm like, all right, that's your thing. That's cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Okay? Fuck is winter gender? Like some of that shit is literally a meme. Some of that is like actually fucking serious or something. I don't know. It's like Tumblr stuff. I just, you know, say it's Tumblr shit. So emojis are like tone indicators. It's kind of like why we're returning to hieroglyphs in a way. But having said that, I think tone indicators is one of the few things that I think we will use in the future. I think future generations will probably use tone indicators or emojis at the very least. And the reason why, I mean, not all of them. Some of the tone indicators are fucking stupid as shit. Okay? Like, some of the tone indicators are dumb as fuck. Sorry, get mad at me all you want. Tell me I'm ableist and I don't fucking care about the neurodivergent, but it's dumb as fuck. Like, sorry, it is literally the truth. But then there are also some tone indicators that are valuable because it eliminates for everyone a weakness that text has, right? And that is tone indication. So like slash sarcasm or slash S is one of those things. Okay, I think that people will probably use that in the future. What are some dumb ones? I mean, there is like that that other thread had like an entire list, and I looked at it and I thought to myself, holy fuck, there's some insane stuff like sexual undertone or something. Like where is it? TH threat, this is the list. Oh yeah. La, 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 la. This. These are tone indicators, right? So J joking, half joking, sarcastic, serious, platonic, romantic, lyrics, teasing, not actually matter, upset, NC or negative connotation, PC or POS, positive connotation, this is a piece of shit, but lighthearted, nobody here, or when you're vaguing someone in a vent. Oh, this was the one that it like really fucked me up. Sexual intent, non-sexual intent. What the fuck, dude? Like that shit's nuts. Okay. Okay, stop writing tone indicators in the chat. So some of this shit is like, it's wild. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Okay, some of it is wild. Like it is literally insane, like incredible. Are these RP codes? No, this is like, this is an entire different language. No, this is Zoomer shit. Like some Zoomers straight up take it to this level. Okay, imagine sexting and ending your message with "this has sexual intent." Yeah, like. Now, I've always been a believer in the fact that a lot of the problems that we see on the internet are because they all can be derived out of the fact that the internet is a relatively new invention that is so life-changing that people are having a hard time and they're just kind of bouldering their way through it. One thing is everything on the internet is permanent. So don't fucking, you know, tweet out dumb shit because it's going to come back and fuck you later in your life. That is a dumb thing that most millennials learned, okay? Zoomers nowadays usually will have like more anonymous accounts, sock accounts, and they'll do vague posting, maybe have stan accounts, shit like that, because they grew up in a reality where everything you say is permanent on the internet and can be devoid of context on the internet. So that's one example of people learning how the internet works and what not to do and what to do. And some Zoomers are aware of this. And this is probably, to some degree, another example of that. So there might be tone indicators that I think are reasonable and probably will be used in the future. Okay? And some that are just outright ridiculous. And a lot of these are outright ridiculous. So, anyway, this person was saying these fans and the friends you joke about are trying to cancel them are actually minorities. And make these threads is to educate and get an apology and to shed light on a topic. Whether you want to admit it or not, you are friends with people that are more than just shitty. Those people have said either racist, homophobic, or transphobic things in one way or another. Okay? Educate and fucking, this is like a very specific type of writing on Twitter that blows my fucking mind. Anyway, and you are not shy down that path either. This thread once again is to educate you, nothing more, nothing less. In a stream around 5 months ago, you and Technoblade made an hour-long bit about owning a slave. Now, as a white British male, you have to realize the irony behind this. Your ancestors might have been quite literal slave owners. Like, okay, so the bit isn't literal. Like, the bit is perhaps one of the, from what I saw, the bit that they did wasn't like chattel slavery, okay? Like, it was not like literally fucking belittling chattel slavery, all right? Also, this notion that someone is who is 16 years old is trying to educate in fucking caps another fucking 17-year-old on the internet with a call out thread is so fucking silly. I'm sorry. Holy shit. Slavery was as a vague concept, not a racist institution. Exactly. Okay? It's like motherfuckers telling me, you know, the Ottoman Empire was really brutal to the Slavs and also members of the Eastern Bloc, and therefore every time you make jokes about Albanians, you need to remember that. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, Albanians do get very mad at me for. So, I mean, but they don't do call-out threads. They just DM me saying, I will fucking kill your family. Never joke about the Albanians again. You stop saying Albanians are like Turk. Fuck you. Okay. Anyway. Never joke about the Balkans. Yes, I do not joke about Balkans. I do not. Okay. I do not. So, not here to cancel you. Hi, please look at this. Like, everyone's fucking starts adding it and shit. Reminder, this is not to cancel you. You comfort me and so many others. The content is just that so many minorities in your community feel unheard and uncared for the way you act. Please listen if you come across this. So, this is some shit I go through all the goddamn time, too. Okay? And half of it is, like, misunderstandings. And we literally go through this, like, once a fucking month. I'll say some shit. And then people will literally react as though I am, like, personally fucking saying, like, deeply unsettling and upsetting things like the symphony N-word drama, okay? Which was literally drama. That's all it was, okay? And because it impacts, because it's like basically someone saying everything you've done thus far and your entire worldview is now completely fucking, completely cast aside, and that you are straight up the exact opposite of who you have presented yourself in being. I am going to come out and be like, you're fucking not a real ally or whatever the fuck because you defended Symphony. That shit triggers the fuck out of me. Of course I react and retaliate, and then we clear it up. Okay? It's super lame. Most people in the real world do not behave this way, and it doesn't fucking matter, ultimately. But... What? The biggest face of left-wing populism on the platform is just a grifter because he said something you doing like ism? Yeah, that's what people do all the time. They say I'm a grifter or a fucking liar or some shit, and it is hurtful to me. And it pisses me the fuck off. And I understand why, like, when random people fucking do this and then literally talk about, like, literally talk about their background in this way, it feels like they're just weaponizing their background. Okay? If the crime or the perceived slight is not meeting the fucking actual bar of, like, a legitimate infraction, and you throw it out there like, well, you're hurting minority people in my audience. Why do you literally never admit you're wrong? Like, see, this person is not a member of this community. So I'm just going to easily ban them and move on. The reason why I say that they're not a member of this community is because if they were a member of this community, they would know that I always fucking, instead of doubling down, will always admit my mistakes and move on. Anyway. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but are you saying the Ottoman Empire didn't treat the Balkan subjects like animals? No, I'm not saying that, dude. Stop. Stop. I'm not saying that. Please. No. They did, okay? They mistreated the Balkans, the people of the Balkans. Okay, obviously they did. They were an imperial power. That's not what we're talking about. I don't know, man. You're kind of doubling down. Exactly. That's what they do always, too. It's a very weird way to approach conversations. So, the fucking video in question. Does anyone have the video in question? Because I just want to show it to you, like, so you understand. They're saying, like, you are offending me and other, like, BIPOC slash, you are offending us, like, you're making us, feel, you know, unheard and unwelcome in your community. And the fucking reason why they're saying that is because they kept, like, they kidnapped and forced, another Minecraft streamer into doing work for them and labor for them. Okay? The video is in your Twitter tab.
Because Dreams fans fucking hate him. KSI is scared of Dreams fans. Reason KSI.
What? I like to say I can't talk about the R slur. I'm not someone who can reclaim it, but it is a word. What is this thread, dude? Okay, this is content. Fuck it, dude. I mean, this is like... I like to start off by saying that KSI has apologized. We do not have to accept his apology. We do not hate him because he curses. We hate him because of his past offensive remarks such as ableism and transphobia that have hurt minorities. Reducing hurt people down to Dream fans is extremely harmful. Basically, calling out hurt minorities just stands when they call out other people for being wrong is a bad way to go about things. Tommy, I don't think you meant any harm by this, and I myself am not angry, but I just want you to be educated. Smile. Like, it's so condescending. What the fuck is this? It's so fucking condescending. Bro, this shit is like, what are you guys doing? Chill out. Everybody, calm down. Calm down. This is so fucking... You're not there to educate, okay? This is toxic as fuck. When you behave this way, you are not compassionate, okay? Let me describe something to you. As someone who has been doing this for a very long time, who has gotten absolutely fucking brutalized by every member of the alt-right, right-wing Twitter, right-wing fucking YouTube, and just most people on YouTube in general, really, as someone who's a part of the Young Turks, and all this other shit that I've been doing for a very long time, I need to relay this to you. You are not being compassionate when you behave this way, and it comes across exactly with the actual, like, you give the game away. You are being condescending, and you just want to fucking kind of bully someone for past transgressions, especially if they've apologized for it. Also, this is silly. I'd like to say that I can't talk much about the R slur. Okay, then don't talk about it. Because there's someone who can't reclaim it, but it's a word used against disabled people that is extremely hurtful and disrespectful, which is the reason why we, not just Dream stands, don't support him. Here he is saying the T slur. It's used against transgender individuals as well as the way the slur should be used. It's unbelievably offensive and hurtful to trans people. He's not transgender and should not be using that word. Where is the... Like, they're mad at him for what? Not canceling KSI or something? They're mad at him for saying that these guys are... these guys behave in a way that, like, is fucking terrifying to content creators. Unbelievably offensive. Okay, the way people kind of obsessively accommodate their lives to their favorite Minecraft YouTuber is actually terrifying and disgusting. Explain the reclaim thing. Oh, the reason why I was laughing at the reclaim thing is the reason why I was laughing at the reclaim thing is because fucking what do you call it? It's something that is used for the F word for gay people and the N word for black people. It's not like what level of disability are you allowed to have to fucking reclaim the R word? You know what I mean? There is a complex dynamic when it comes to the R word or ableism in general. Okay? Something that I talk about quite frequently, as a matter of fact. Right? Is that virtually all, if not nearly all, pejoratives are still technically ableist. Lame is ableist. Lame is an ableist word. Okay, it means you cannot walk straight, I guess. Like, it means you're crippled in some way. Okay, insane, crazy, stupid, intellectual disabilities. You're marginalizing people with intellectual disabilities. You're marginalizing people with mental health problems. These are words that we use all the fucking time, and we don't think about it as though they are ableist terms, right? I've been handicapped by this. That's technically marginalizing people with disabilities, using a disability or a way to regard people with disabilities as a negative thing. So, like, there is a lot of in conventional normal speech, okay, there is a lot of ableism that is just built into the way we speak. Trying to police every part of that is not going to actually materially benefit disabled people. There are certain areas that have reached, like, you know, peak understanding, where most people recognize that it's a bad word and it is harmful to people with disabilities, like the R word, for example, which is something that I've tried to work out of my vocabulary, not always successfully. But it's hilarious when someone says, like, oh, well, I'm not disabled, so I can't reclaim the R word. Like, it's weird. A weird take to have. It's like so overcorrective. The reason why I have this conversation weekly now, almost, idiot is a slur as well. Yes, I know. Well, isn't the R word literally because idiot was perceived as the R word not that long ago, and then they fucking flipped it around now? How is that not a Comtown bit? I mean, it's literally, it should be. Also, KSI says, didn't even mean to misgender, lol. Just said that that person had a better beard than me, that's all. And I honestly didn't even know that the T word was a bad word. What's the correct term to use? Guys, you have to understand. Lord KSI has an issue. Okay? He can't not be transphobic, whether intentional or unintentional. He's British. Okay? Guys, that is literally that's like, I mean, it's not in the DSM-5, but listen, guys, he's from Turf Island. Okay? Bruv. You forget? It is a British birthright. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, do you fucking mind? Absolutely mental. Mental, bruv. Anyway, he genuinely didn't know either. My bad for saying transgender slurs. Honestly, didn't even know there were slurs. I know now, though. Yeah, like, I mean, he's British, guys. That's part of the reason, okay? I'm memeing, but I'm also not memeing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of transphobia that happens on Turf Island. Here are some helpful links to further your research into these things. This is what I found best, but you can do more research. It's a Wikipedia page on the T word. This is not to cancel you in any way, of course. Education is important. You may not understand why we have a distaste for him, and we are in no way pressuring you to not be associated with him. But you are doing that. It would be best if we could delete the video and understand why what you did was wrong. Like, this is ridiculous, dude. Like, these sorts of demands are fucking incredible. Like, these are insane demands that people are making. Like, there is this, like, horniness for fucking accountability from the accountability police Zoomers is not going to it's not going to be successful. Like, slash not mad. I mean, you're acting like you're the principal here. There's got to be a word for it. I haven't come up with one yet. They're so mad at Tommy because he implied that Dream fans are mad at KSI because they're toxic or something, rather than it being due to KSI's transphobia and ableism, and that makes Tommy transphobic and ableist. I don't even know what the fuck that makes Tommy. These people will control the Justice Department by something. No, they're going to grow out of it. That's the thing. That's the other thing, okay? The reality is a lot of these people are going to round out their viewpoints. It happens to everyone. It happens to everyone. Don't say cap. 100%. Guys, come on. There's so many people in this community alone that used to be fucking alt-right. Your opinions have changed. So why the fuck do you think these 14-year-olds and their opinions are not going to round out? It's just like teenagers having access to a platform where you don't know how fucking old people are and they can mobilize together, and because of the way that we operate and because there's no other contextual clues, you just literally regard them as though they are full-blown, fully developed, adult-brained adults. Do you see what I'm saying? If a person out in the wild who is 15 years old was behaving this way in the real world, you'd be like, what? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, good. Move on. Right? Because there are additional context clues that would basically allow you to make up your mind about like where they're coming from and why they're saying these sorts of things. You see what I'm saying? Which ironically goes back to the fucking tone indicators. Which is why I think tone indicators might be something that people use more frequently in the future, and I understand them. Because there is a lot of context that you cannot get on the internet. Especially over text, especially over people that are anonymous speaking the way that they are. So there's no push for better material conditions for marginalized people underpinning this discourse. It starts and ends at individual speech. You know where this comes from? Exactly. It's liberalism. So I welcome all of you who genuinely have their heart in the right place to stop tone policing and getting caught up with like silly shit and focus on issues that genuinely materially improve people's lives, whether it be engaging in collective action, mutual aid, trying to help others, trying to educate others, and educating yourself, most importantly, obviously, and bettering yourself as well. So, you know, be a little bit more understanding of people. If you recognize that we are all products of our environment, and all of this is learned behavior. Even as someone who considers us, I come to use slurs in my teens and early 20s. I was a bit transphobic, just not overtly. Yeah, I was transphobic too. I would say around 24, 26, I realized I was wrong. The last part was very crucial because I'm 35 with an MB teen. Yeah, I was transphobic. I've talked about this in the past. I've said some shit. I've said some racist shit. Thinking I was just joking. You using the R word as a certified New Jersey moment? Yeah, I went to fucking state school in New Jersey. Come on. Come on. So, I mean, the funniest thing is, like, when we talk about transphobia, the most tragic thing is, especially when we talk about transphobia, is that, like, literally talk to a trans person. They will tell you that they themselves had a fuckload of internalized transphobia because the automatic learned behavior for nearly everyone on the fucking planet, unfortunately, is abiding by the rigorous, rigid gender binary that everyone has been taught. And we very closely associate our identity and our existence with that rigid binary. Okay? It's beaten into your brain. Which is why a lot of trans people have a fuckload of internalized transphobia. So if you recognize that even trans people are originally coming up with a lot of transphobia themselves, you have to understand that, like, yeah, the random dumbass is going to be fucking transphobic. But the way to educate them is not by saying, you're being transphobic, sweaty, cut it out, you need to delete your video immediately, or you need to delete your friend's video and yourself in your video, you need to stop defending them or anything like that. The way to do it is by being like, okay, I recognize that, you know, what I just said, that there are rigid, binary, and outdated ways of understanding gender, and that's changing. But what you're doing is you know, hurting trans people. You have trans fans, and you know, don't do that, please. And if they apologize, take it seriously, because what the fuck do you want from people? Do you want them to, like, die or something? I don't understand. Because an apology is the best thing that you're going to get. An apology and recognition is the best thing you're going to get. That's it. That's literally it. Because if the other issue is that, like, if the other if you're literally operating on the principle that, like, if someone has demonstrated bad behavior in the past, and they, even if they no longer behave that way, they need to apologize for things that they've done in the past that you uncovered that no longer represent them now, then you do not want redemption, or you do not want justice. You just want to bully someone and feel better about yourself. Sorry. That's just the fucking truth. I don't know cis people shit, LMAO. If people say a slur that applies to me, I'm going to be mad. I'm glad he said it's a bad word, but he didn't have to type it out again. That's just dumb on his part. I mean, this person fucking... What? This person fucking typed it out too. What are you talking about? I mean, you have a right to be mad, but, like, also, I'm going to fucking dunk on you if they're, like, literally apologizing while writing the word out, okay? Like... He said he didn't know that the T word was a bad word, and he wrote it out. People don't realize Tumblr was the exact same as Twitter now. They just all moved over. Yes. Tumblr banned porn. I've joked about this a lot. I think it's important to call people out, but trying to vilify them makes it kind of weird. We can understand it's bad without making it seem like they feel this way. What? It's okay to say bad words. Not okay to use them hurtfully. Like, it's not hard, Zoomers. KSI is acting dumb. He knew, of course. His beard comment was a jab. Come on. Okay. I don't know what you want from me. Like, I don't know. I don't know the dude. I don't know what he fucking said it in. I'm not going to watch it right now. Do you want me to watch it? Do you want me to go over the transphobia piece by piece and fucking call him out, sweaty? If he does it again, then you can fucking rip him. All right? Are these kids considered leftist? I don't know what these kids are considered. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because like, they are perceived as leftists on the internet, extreme versions of leftists, but they're rad libs for the most part. That's what I would call them. You don't know the people reacting to this either, yet you dunk on them? Yes, because I don't need to know the people reacting to this to know exactly where this person is coming from, because I have personal experience in this space. Way more than you and way more than your fucking daddy, okay? Motherfucker, the people that you stan watch me to fucking learn about some of these concepts. What the fuck are you talking about in here? Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, you can say ego phase all you want. I've been fucking covering marginalized communities and causes like this in politics for fucking nearly 10 years at this point on the internet. Like, yeah, say ego all you want. I don't give a fuck. Like, you are a literal child who is going to look back at your experiences and the way you behaved right now and laugh about it and cringe about it. I have done that. I've been there. I am being as understanding as possible. And instead of saying this sort of behavior makes the left look fucking ridiculous and probably radicalizes people that are in the margins, and it's not legitimate in the sense that you're actually looking for social justice and instead looking for blood, basically, to feed your own and appease your own little ego. I could be saying that instead because it is 100% true. Holy shit. Anyway. And the thing is, like, you're going to look back at a lot of the actions. I mean, you probably look back at a lot of the actions if you're 16. You probably look back at the way you operated when you were 14 and now cringe at that, right? You're like, oh, God, I was so cringy when I was 14. Especially when you're younger, you probably cringe at what you did last month because you're changing so fucking rapidly at this age. So just fucking wait, okay? I am 29 years old and I cringe at things that I did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, okay? You're still growing. So just fucking be more chill. And the reason why I say this is because, like, be more understanding and be more chill. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, like, you want others to behave that way towards you as well. I promise. All right? Hypocrites, right? I don't know what that is implying. Yes, it is hypocrisy. I kind of agree, but I also was not surrounded by people telling me that my cringe was not cringe and actually good. Yeah, especially when you're on the internet, when you're in these, like, hyper focused communities, these, like, ecosystems that literally thrive on having similar points of view, you end up creating a false sense of what, like, normal could be or normal should be, and expect other people to operate on the rules, on the very narrow rules that you have structured around yourself. And for people like this that are perceivably on the left, rad libs, right? Somewhat on the left, on the political spectrum, whatever the fuck that is, I feel like they're on the right side. Like, the feeling is there, okay? And I get where they're coming from. I just think that they can, you know, dial it back a little bit. And that way, they will grow, I guess, in a more healthy way. I am trying to provide as positive feedback as I possibly can so that people don't fucking think that, so that these people don't, like, turn around and completely lose sight. Like, they become rad libs because they are trying to better the world for marginalized people, right? There's somewhere around, there's somewhere along the line they decide, like, oh, you know, I don't want to fuck over trans people, or I don't want to fuck over black people. I don't want to fuck over disabled people. I think that we should make it better for everyone, right? We should make the world a better place for everyone. That's where that energy comes from. And you're misguided a little bit because of your, maybe because of the fact that you are in an echo chamber, probably, right? And maybe also because of the fact that, you know, people are validating that sort of behavior in your communities. And maybe also because of the fact that you're a little young, so your opinions are very edged out. just round them out a little bit. And also look for the underlying material reasons as to why these things happen. And you know, you will eventually steer towards the right, steer towards a better worldview. Leftist TikTok considers you a rad lib? Yeah, I don't really give a shit. Or you can be like me. I genuinely don't care. Like, yeah, fuck it. Who gives a shit? Yeah. You know, your Discord is one of the worst places for tone policing. People in there complain about you all the time. Makes it fucking unbearable. I really wish there was a better effort to make things more chill. It feels like walking into a minefield every time I go back. Speaking as a 2-year vet. Oh, no, I know. I know. That is an example of what I was talking about as far as like communities on the internet that start off with honest intentions to be a positive place for marginalized groups. I have tried for a very long time to express my worldview and my vision of change. But it still gets out of hand no matter what happens. I mean, the reality is like, so Tommy, a guy can't joke about slaves, but you can make a joke about a gorilla dying being raised because monkey equals black? What is the fucking, I want to show the Tommyinnit video just so you guys understand that, like, this original person that was on the thread was literally saying, like, Tommyinnit was doing, like, a slavery joke, and it is unacceptable to do a slavery joke because he's white. But he wasn't even doing a slavery joke. He literally just kidnapped someone. He had kidnapped someone and like was making them forcibly work or something. It wasn't like undermining the history of chattel slavery. Yeah, it's like taking a kidnapping seriously on you know, Grand Theft Auto No Pixel roleplay. Right? Anne bana yemek yapacağım ama acıktım ya. Okay. Thank you for being kind. I said the exact same thing yesterday about this drama. There are good intentions with these fans and young people on Twitter. It's just a little much sometimes. I only hope that when they were older, they round out their ideas more and continue to care, not to the extreme degree they do now. But it's not even care. I think some of the people are just like, they're using that he used the word slave and saddling it with everything about U.S. slavery. Yeah, like they're fucking making it seem like the 17-year-old was like undermining the history of chattel slavery. It's fucking ridiculous. Wait, hold on. I gotta ban someone. Murobaba. Boom. Anyway. Abductees have labor rights too? Yeah, like it's just so hyper focused on the aesthetics. Tommy then responded to a tweet via his alt Twitter account saying, just read through all this thread. Thank you, mate. Super sorry about that. Won't happen again. Though those said some said the apology felt insincere. Like, this is what I mean. Like, this is the point where it's like it's silly as fuck that you are even apologizing to begin with, because some people literally do not want an apology. They want more than that. Oh, I don't like the apology that you put together. Okay, well, that's your problem. Seriously. Like, that's... the fuck do you want? Apologize harder. Like, grovel and beg. Which is why I usually react the way I do when people are fucking insincerely call me out. Okay? These kids are pretty good overall, I feel like. I'm not talking about Dream, but I'm talking about, like, you know, Tommyinnit and Carl and all these other guys. Like, from what I've seen, and I'm not like a consumer of their content, obviously, I'm 29 years old, they are very good. And the reason why I say they're very good is because I know what the other side looks like. And the other side is not very good. The other side is exactly like this, but literally insanely racist, insanely homophobic. Zoomers have 2 speeds, motherfucker. I mean, outside of the Zoomers that are in my community, obviously, you guys are well-rounded for the most part. But Zoomers have 2 speeds, okay? Either they're like fucking literal Nazis or they're literal care lords in this way. And both breed so much toxicity. One's heart is in the right place and can be shaped into effective activism eventually in the future. And the other will usually shed their psychotic, racist fucking point of view and will realize that just being a fucking edgelord is not actually funny and you're just kind of being a dickhead. Okay? So I'm just confused on what to do. I'm upset. People think I'm transphobic and didn't mean to come across that way. Very upset. I did, for real. I'm super sorry. Like, what the fuck? Super sorry for things I said. I might have been interpreted as transphobic. I can't be clear enough that I'm not, and that was not my intention at all. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you want? You just fucking murder him, dude. Like, is that what you want? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, y'all are crazy. These are good kids. Just shut the fuck up. This is what they have to do? Come on, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is what they have to do. Exactly. Exactly, dude. Don't be like this, okay? This shit is fucking ridiculous, okay? And it unironically does not actually fucking help any black person, and black people laugh at you when you do shit like this. It's performative, over the top, overcorrective, incredibly selfish as well, by the way, because the reason why you're doing this is selfish as fuck. Care lord behavior. It's fucking brain dead. The only good thing you're doing in this situation is probably making a black person laugh. I don't know what's going on with the black dude, but Radlib shit so you don't have to pay reparations. Yeah, exactly. It's also condescending. Like, it's super condescending. Like, what the fuck? That's not a joke? No, like, sometimes people do dumbass shit like this, okay? It's really fucking silly. It's really fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like, begging for forgiveness? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you literally did not have a say in what your fucking ancestors did. Instead of begging for forgiveness, why don't you use that fucking energy to literally help black people right now that are alive right now to work on, at the very least, educating others on systemic issues that harm the black community overall, like the built-in inequality, the structural racism of our criminal justice system, or literally every fucking economic aspect that like black and brown people are subjected to, both in the United States of America and most of the Western world, in Africa, all around the fucking world, okay? Having said that, I am going to go into the motherfucking video game, No Pixel, after all that